Good morning, everyone. This is Wes Henson, and I'm pastor of the Ridge Church. And the Ridge Church campus is located at 70. Are getting on here for just a few moments. Going to remind you of our Bible study this evening at 6:30. We will have our virtual Bible study. We'll be right here on Facebook as well. And I'm just kind of checking out some things, making sure we are good to go for tonight. If you haven't responded to our Monday question, it's posted on our Facebook page, also posted on my personal Facebook page. And the question is, when have you seen one person's success depend on others? And even if you don't post anything, go by there and take a look and see some of those responses. We'll be talking about them tonight. And pretty much they run pretty. They're all different, but yet there's a common theme behind each one, which talks about how our success is dependent upon others. And Sunday, I was talking to a different group, and I phrased the question a little bit differently and got a different response. And the question I asked was, is our success dependent upon others? And so I got a different theme, if you will, of answers to that question than the question that is posted for the Monday question. So we'll talk a little bit about that tonight. And is there a difference between these two questions? How would you answer one? How would you answer both of them? The first question, when have you seen one person's success depend on others? So there's an answer to that question. What is your answer? And then the second question is our success dependent upon others? How would you answer that question? So you can post that if you want to on our Facebook page. You can post it here in the comments for today on this video, if you would as well. But this evening at 6:30, we're going to be looking in 1 Corinthians chapter 12. The title of our study is Connecting to Christ's Body. So we've been talking about spiritual disciplines, spiritual habits, and we talked about the importance of having spiritual habits or spiritual disciplines because they help us to become more like Jesus. And it doesn't happen on accident. It doesn't happen by itself, but it happens intentionally. And so we have to be intentional about those sorts of things. So that was 1 week study. And then we talked about one of the habits that we need to get into is prayer. We need to pray. We need to study the Scripture. We need to be in Bible study. And then last week we talked about fasting, which I think fasting kind of connects to the prayer lesson, prayer and fasting. And through fasting, the intention of the fasting is to devote ourselves completely to God, and by getting rid of all the other things around us, so we can focus completely upon God, and having that physical hunger that we have for food, we replace it with a spiritual hunger for God. So that was kind of like last week's lesson. So this week we're going to, the point of this week's lesson is that spiritual growth calls for regular interaction with and ministry to other believers. So spiritual growth requires that we have regular interaction with other believers through as we gather together in worship, as we gather together in Bible study, and ministry to one another. Ministry to one another. So we'll unpack some of that this evening. Anyway, I'm glad that to see you all. What a big difference in temperatures, hey? Last Tuesday, the temperature was like -2 below zero here in southern Illinois. And today, the temperature is supposed to be 59 or 60. I've heard 62 maybe even. So a big difference. And look at all the snow, all that snow that we had. And we had a ton of snow. It's just about gone. It's just about gone. And so I'm always reminded of the fact that unless you have to get out, and some people have to get out because of their job and because they're essential workers and our health depends upon it. But if you don't have to get out, why shovel snow, right? Just stay in because it'll take care of itself eventually and it'll disappear. But anyway, that's kind of a thought that I have. You may have differing thoughts. Good to see you all. I hope that you can join us tonight at 6:30. right here on Facebook, and we will be on our webpage. And I'm also broadcasting to our YouTube channel, so you can catch us there as well. Okay, see you tonight. You all have a good day. Bye now. Mm. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Wes Henson, and I'm pastor of the Ridge Church. And the Ridge Church campus is located at 70. Just a few moments. I'm going to remind you of our Bible study this evening at 6:30. We will have our